Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about using the file system manager to actually change files and change media that's on your website. Now, if we go to website and then media, this is going to be kind of the container where we have all of the all the website files, like things like images, any PDFs that you want to store on your website, anything like that is going to exist here. Now, if we want to make this kind of a full screen kind of a thing, then we can click on this little icon and that's just going to expand it up into its own separate tab instead of being that side panel. Now you can see for this website, we have different folders that we've created. We've got this folder here, which is currently empty. Some of these are empty because I'm still adding files to them. But you can see each folder has files that we can put in there. This is just to help stay organized. Now, if you want to create your own folder for something, then you can go down here to this little add folder button. You can also change the grid size so that your pictures are larger or smaller depending on what you want to see. Now, if we want to upload something, we have a few different ways of adding it to this media manager. We can do a URL import where you can just kind of copy and paste from anywhere on the website. So if you wanted to add an image from like Google searches or something like that, then you can paste the URL here, press import, and it'll automatically go into this URL import folder. If we wanted to do any Adobe stock things, then we can do that here. But usually you're going to work in this little upload area. And what this does is it allows you to save anything to the website that's currently on your local computer. So if I pull up the file manager on my computer, then I can click and drag files into this area here. And before I do that, I want to say which folder I want to upload it into. So if I wanted to upload something into this folder, then I would want to select that and then click and drag it into this little box here. Otherwise, it's just going to go into our unassigned folder because that's just where things kind of go by default. All right, so that's the basics of using the Media Manager. If you want to upload any PDFs, you can do that. If you want to upload videos or audio files, you can do that as well. And of course, you can do images. Now, a good practice when you're working with images is to make sure that you're not uploading an image that's really, really big. And the reason for that is if you try and put that into the website, it's going to make your website go really slowly because it's going to try and load this huge file every single time someone tries to get into your website, right? So you kind of want to resize your images to pretty small before you upload them to the file manager. I like to stick with no more than 2,000 pixels or something like that. Usually I think it's 2048 by something else, I don't remember, but anyway, keep it pretty small. Under 2,000 is a good rule of thumb. Now, another thing is that what our website editor does is sometimes it'll automatically try and resize your images for you. If they're really huge, it'll do that automatically and just kind of compress things. And so if things are showing up kind of pixelated, what we can do is we can press this little responsive box, and that way the resizing feature, the auto resizing feature, is not going to go too crazy. It's going to kind of try and give you a little bit of variance to the sizes that get loaded on your website. I'm not going to get too technical because it's kind of a pain in the butt to describe. But basically, if things are looking weird, if things are looking blurry or pixelated, try double clicking on it and pressing this responsive icon. And then that way the auto resize feature isn't going to go nuts on you. All right, so that's the basics for using our file management system. And then in the next video, we're going to dive into blogs and more detailed editing.